Hello, my name is Rosemary Moody, and I'm a senator from Ontario. Before we begin, I want to thank you for taking the time to share your voice on an important issue, and I want to encourage you all to continue participating in our democracy. When I first came to the Senate, I wanted to focus on children and to ensure that their needs and rights are upheld in our parliament. This led me to pick up on an idea that had been proposed a few times before I came along, the establishment of a federal commissioner for children and youth. In September of 2020, I introduced a proposal to create a commissioner for children and youth, and since then, I have been speaking to folks all around the country to share this proposal with them and to look for ways to improve this idea. But the most important voices that I need to hear from are the voices of children and youth, you guys. This bill is for you, and your voice matters more than anyone else's in this conversation. So here is what I'm proposing. The Commissioner of Children and Youth would be an independent federal officer of Parliament. The commissioner would be chosen following consultations with organizations and with leaders representing children and youth, including children and youth themselves. Here are the three main duties that the commissioner will have. The first duty would be to examine laws and policies that are proposed to consider their impact on children and youth. The commissioner would look at the gaps in policies, provide accountability, and help to create a more robust discussion. Secondly, the commissioner would advocate for the needs of children and youth in and outside of Parliament. And the third duty, the commissioner would engage youth and elevate their voices. For the first duty, the commissioner will look at government activity, including laws and the rules that operate under those laws that are proposed, and inform Parliament on the impact those actions will have on Canadian children. This could also mean that the government could ask a commissioner how to improve a proposed law for the benefit of children. The goal would be for the commissioner to call out laws that hurt kids or that do not go far enough to help kids. For the second duty, the commissioner would look at the issues impacting children today and advocate for different solutions. For example, the commissioner could speak to the provinces about ways to address mental health. In this example, the commissioner also provides a platform for the provinces to voice their concerns and raise issues that are important to youth. Policy makers don't even think about or care about. Too often kids suffer in silence. A commissioner could make sure to shed light on the everyday struggles of all Canadian children. The final duty I'll talk about ties into the other two very closely. One of the commissioner's goals would be to amplify voices. The commissioner would spend a lot of time speaking to youth and learning about what matters to them. They would also speak and spend time together creating opportunities for youth and policymakers to talk about issues that matter to youth. Engaging with youth would mean that young Canadians from all over the country would have better access to the people in Ottawa whose job it is, after all, to represent them. The commissioner I'm proposing would have the powers to allow them to do their job, such as the power to investigate and enter places where children are cared for without prior warning so that they can really see what is going on. The commissioner would focus on children from newborn to 17 years of age. The focus of the office is going to be more about broad systemic issues than about individual advocacy. And finally, the Commissioner's work would focus on all children, but pay special attention to children with specific needs, such as racialized children or children with disabilities. So I want to thank you for taking the time to participate in this workshop. Know that my office will carefully study your feedback to build a proposal that is truly reflective of your voices. Thank you.